I do think it's a very important conversation about assets and liabilities. I think sometimes when we think about making money, we think about making money to own things. And what bsimone highlights, which is really important when you're making money, is thinking about what is a liability. As she said, is when you buy a car such as a G-Wagon, the minute you drive it off, it depreciates in value. And when you're making money, I think nobody teaches you these things unless you're actually getting information, because you can make money, but you can. There's also the other end of, can you manage the money? And then within that money, can you also start generating more income? And I think that's it sounds like that's the mindset she's in, which is really important. And I'm glad that she's speaking out and being vocal, because I think it's very important within our community to start having those discussions, which I feel like our counterparts are always taught about these things, saving, investing, and putting your money where you could generate more. Are we getting influenced by social media? I think yes, of course. I think it would be doing ourselves a disservice if we said we aren't. And like she said, she was seeing these things online and she started to question whether that's what she needed to own. But especially for us who live in the city, you have to look at whether the car you're buying is going to be useful. She said it will sit in the garage, especially if you live in the city. And not only are you going to have to pay for parking for you to have the car, then you're also not using it as often because it's probably quicker to use public transport or to get an Uber, because it's, for her, she works remotely or doesn't have to really be, going back and forth. And so when you think about how much are you paying a month on finance as well, because usually you don't own it, you buy it on contract and so forth. So it's all these things that you have to take into account. And I think money is personal, but if we live according to how social media is, you definitely keep up with the Joneses until you're broke.